My name is Yusef, and welcome to part 88 of the movie Revolution. Excuse me. Let us begin. So they so they kick down the doors, and then all of a sudden they see a couple of dead bodies in the they see a couple of bodies just laying there, bleeding out, just bleeding, and they see the princess getting out of her handcuffs. They see her. She has already gotten out of her handcuffs. Sorry about that. So she gets out of her handcuffs, and after she presumably beat those guys up who was torturing her, and then all of a sudden she runs towards Jerry and starts hugging him. And then she says, "So, big boy, are you ready for our date?" And then it was. So the limo driver decides to send them to send them to where he was waiting for her. And and then the rest of the night they were eating, having a good time. And they were like, and so they get there, so they get to the date, right? They get to the date, and they sitting down. The limo driver pulls up the chair for her. She sits down, and then he sits down, and then Jerry, excuse me, um, sits down on on the chair that towards her, and they wait for the waiter to come to deliver their dinner. They are having I don't know. I mean, he doesn't remember what he had recounting this in his book, but he does remember the atmosphere. It was scary, but also beautiful. But also very beautiful. So they're they're eating their dinner, and Jerry said, "So how did you so what, so what happened?" And then the princess said, "Well, I just had to take care of the business. Um, I didn't necessarily expect you. Mm, I didn't necessarily expect it for you to be here. I mean, I know that this is not. I am very sorry that you guys took you up." And then she says, "No, oh my God, no! You didn't send me up at all. I didn't know. Well, actually, I thought you did, but they had a phone call, which pretty much took me off that you were kidnapped. So don't worry about it. It's not with this fine." And then she said, "Oh, thank goodness. Whew, that would have been horrible." And then he says, "Yeah, I bet it would be." And then so the waiter is walking towards them with their dinner, and they are eating their dinner, and like they're still talking about what happened, and still talking about, you know, Silver Cat and how great it is. And he's like, "You know something? I'm thinking about staying here for a little bit longer. Do you want to go on a second date? I know it's a little bit too early, but I mean, I think I would love to see you again." Um, and then, and then she said, "Yes, yes, I would." And so they finished their dinner. He is walking her towards the limo, and then all of a sudden, as she's walking towards the limo, she turns around and then she kisses him on the lips. And then she says, guess what? That's our first kiss. Isn't that special? And then she just continues to walk, and then she continues to walk, and no, she turns around, and then she walks towards the limo again. The limo driver offers to offers to send him back to the hotel. He says, "Yeah, but can I just wait for a while before you do that?" And so the limo driver says yes. And for a little while there, he was walking down the Silver Cat. He was walking all the way through Silver Cat, of course, looking at the ponds, the Silver Cat pond, looking at the sky, looking at the just checking the scenery of the place, making very sure to not miss the moments that he was in, to not miss the moment that he was experiencing at that time. So he's walking down the street, just having a great time, and then he decides to go back to the limo, to go back to the hotel room. So he walks and so he walks towards so he walks where the limo is, and he just hops into the limo next to his girlfriend now, and he just says to himself, "Well, this is a crazy day. I thought that I was gonna save my new girlfriend, only to find out that she didn't need no help, which is cool." And so and so they are just talking, and they're just talking, having a good time in the limo. Um, and then and then all of a sudden, the talk ends, and Jerry is at his hotel room. Well, he's in the hotel. He's at the hotel rather. So he gets out of the car, well, the limo, and says to her, "Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow then for our date." And then she says, "I guess you will." And then he gets out of the limo, and then she blows him a kiss. She blows him a kiss, and then the limo drives away. The limo drives away, and he is walking back to his hotel room, but he's like, "This is this is awesome! Wow, what a good day! What a good night! What a great night!" And then he goes into his hotel room, and you know he goes into his hotel room, and he's just so happy. And then he wonders what's happening on the news, and he so he could so he turns on the television, and then it happens, and he is like, "Oh my gosh, this is terrible." And then he turns the channel. He turns the channel on the news, and then he says to himself, "Well, it's not my problem anymore." And then he continues to watch his new show. Well, he turns the channel. He turns the channel, And he says to himself, "It's not my problem anymore." And he watches a new show that he turned to. I did a horrible job explaining that, but I think you get my gist. Anyway, so he's watching the new TV show that he just turned to, and he's having a great time. And then he decides to go to bed. So he looks in his suitcase, grabs his pajamas, and gets undressed, goes to the hotel bathroom where they have a shower. He takes a shower, of course, and brushes his teeth, of course, and ultimately he goes to bed. He turns the TV off, turns the lights off, and he goes to bed. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, um, comment down below what do you like about the video or hate about the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.